dintho di ka hlohong. Because it was so simple without my knowledge, even psychologically, my body did not care.
Wa babe.
Jwale ra o buka jwale for C-section. I'm at the bottom of the bottom of the bottomest.
Yeah.
I'm not myself. I only have my family and my online presence.
Let me introduce to you the new kid on the block. Mel Lavi is a new skincare range that recently launched. It is for face and for body. We deal with hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, wrinkles, natural glow. We also deal with dark inner areas. We target dark inner thighs, dark armpits, dark neck, dark elbows, dark knees, you name it. We also have a shaving combo. This shaving combo deals with ingrowns and shaving bumps. Both men and women can use this good quality product shaving range. We've got good actives in our product from glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, kojic acid, and many more. You can contact us on the WhatsApp number that is popping on the screen, or you can reach out to us on all our social media platforms. We are here for all your skin needs. Hi, everyone. This is The Working Wife, The Working Woman podcast, and I'm your host, Promise Makunyane. This podcast is really about women working, women inspiring each other to do more. I always say that it's good to have a man do stuff for you, but it's much more better if you can also do stuff for yourself. So if you feel that you've got a story to tell about your come up, where you are, how you got where you are, whether in corporate, in business, in your hustle, do write to us so that you can be a guest, one of our guests on our podcast. Really, we just want to inspire each other as women. And we do have a sister podcast. It's called O Narrative Podcast. That podcast is about marriage and family dynamics, and it airs every Wednesdays and at 1 p.m. And this particular one airs on Sundays at 6 p.m. And so today we do have another woman that believes she's got a story, and we believe she's got a story to tell, an inspiration. Funny story though, Basi. When my assistant reached out to you, right? She's the one that does all the behind the scenes, looking for guests and booking you guys. And then she sent me your profile. So she told me that I've booked this lady, this is, and she sent me your profile. And then I'm like, okay, send me her Instagram. And then she sent me your Instagram link. When I went to your Instagram, I'm like, this person is my homeboy. I'm like, this is my homeboy. Who's this girl? So you are married to my homeboy.
Hey, small world.
It's such a small world.
World.
I was so shocked. I'm seeing that, you guys have got kids. I'm like, what's happening?
A team.
A whole team.
Yes.
Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you so much. I am happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And she was so early, guys. I just feel very, very, very much respected. I feel honored. And I'm just inspired. You came so early. And being early also just makes you to relax a bit, to familiarize yourself with the place. And thank you. I really appreciate your early coming.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. So before you introduce yourself on this podcast, we do icebreakers, right?
Okay.
So we're going to start with icebreakers just to loosen up a bit before we get into our main conversation. I'll give you random icebreakers. How do you like your eggs?
Scrambled.
Oh, okay. Just like that. Your favorite restaurant now?
Now, Gemelli.
Gemelli. You're a Gemelli girl.
Yes.
Kana, is it an Italian restaurant? Yes, I think it's Italian.
It is. Usually they provide everything at the top.
Yeah.
Roof. Carbonara is dining. At the bottom, it's like your breakfast. So they cater for everything. You can be in one spot. And also, I supply them, of course. So they're my people.
You were gonna speak about that. So, and you will tell us how you are able to penetrate such spaces. What's your favorite meal at Jameli? Do you have any specific
I
meal?
love the seafood pasta. I am a pasta girl.
Okay, so if you teach one class about something, what would it be and why?
Confidence. Definitely confidence. Simply because there's so much that people have in them, but because bashai, abakgone ho out there. Because honestly, I also established from my end to say, I've always been confident, yes.
Yeah.
But then confidence, you work on it.
Yeah.
Wa bona, o ka hlaya ka yona, yes, but oh, motle jwang, eh. But if you don't have it in you, every time you show up, then you won't even show up for opportunities. So it's definitely confidence.
Confidence. Great. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Do you drink coffee every morning or what?
No. Occasionally, when I drink coffee, it means ki crush time. So it means chelete is on the line. And I love my money, right?
Yeah.
So coffee is my girl.
Your girl. Okay. Lastly, why is it important for women to work?
For various reasons. One being just banally your own identity, being fully independent. Women already have to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
So when you work for yourself and you put yourself out there, you don't even have to put yourself in compromising situations.
Yeah.
So that's what I love for security and stability. That's why women should work.
Choices. You have choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
So, okay, but see, I'm seeing this book here. My producers, they told me about it. And they told me that it was trending on Twitter. It started on Twitter. So I'll let you introduce yourself, tell people who you are, and then we're going to get into the book. Straight into the book.
Nake Basetsana ON. I am all the way from the Val, 016. Batho ba mo ke tswang teng re re ke Italy.
Okay.
That's why ebile ke rata Italian cuisine. Because re batho ba 016. Re 18 hours moyeng ho ya le ho kgutla. Ke tsona ditaba tseo. But yeah, on a serious note, I am Basetsana ON, a self-published author, a businesswoman, a wife, a sister, a daughter. The list is just endless. But overall, how I would like to sort of put it in a box.
Yeah.
I am just a child of God who is highly favored.
Ooh.
Yes, that's me.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, Basi. When I went to your page, I saw a story about your kids. I was like, I want her to come and tell me about her kids. Apparently, one kid was hiding in your tummy. What happened? Tell us about the story of you and motherhood.
First of all,
Yeah.
I wanted to be a mom in my late 40s.
Okay.
That is what I wanted.
Yeah.
But Jolly, what I want versus God's plan.
Yes.
Wa
Never the
bona,
same.
o decidile ntate Modimo, and I obviously had to be obedient. So what happened, Gore, I had my first child. It's like adorable.
Yeah.
And she is adorable.
I saw them. They are.
So Diana, it was a very, very tough pregnancy. I had to spend tjhelete ngata just to make sure that I protect the pregnancy.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently they told me hore my womb women batlame because yes. So that was the thing. So I had to spend so much money to ensure that that's what they would say. And it was so stressful. But God, I made it out. And then I said after that,
Yes.
because anyway, ufikile earlier than I expected. I wanted 20 years later.
Yeah.
Why bought?
Yes.
So I was like, you know what?
I'm done.
Honestly, I'm good. I'm good. I have a child, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later,
Yeah.
yeah, but this mysterious surprise pregnancy. And how I found out, I felt it. You know your body.
Yes.
I know, I just knew something was just not adding up. And I kept on going to bo the doctor, bo clicks here and there, hands ke shop, and I'm like, oh, actually, okay, ke ne mona ka speed.
Yes.
Bought the pregnancy test negative. But my thing is, I feel pregnant. So because the test says you're not pregnant, but my body say you are pregnant. So I had to lay low, but also
Yeah.
the matter. And one day I said, you know what? I'm no longer doing urinary tests. I'm now taking bloods.
Yes.
Yeah.
The serious
Eh,
things
ke
now.
bottom line jwale. And I took bloods and di line say 2.
Yeah. How old is your firstborn
My
then?
first is turning 4.
Then.
That time that time unanali kan unanali bukai bathong cause ke ntho tsa neng 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yes. So basically she was 2 at that time.
She's 4 now.
Turning 4 this year. So man, what's working? My husband, you know him, we one, 100 siblings.
yeah.
So he really wants a big family. And I come from a family where I have siblings, say 2. So I'm okay with having just one child.
Yes.
Yeah, na han experience and he would want, more. So, kena Madi positive. I went home. I cried. I cried so much because I said, I wasn't ready, man. Because C-section, I was looking at the time frames. Am I ready to carry again? Also, the trauma, my first pregnancy. It was so traumatic.
Knowing my heart.
Knowing my hardships and the stress that comes with that.
Yeah.
I told my husband he was very aesthetic, natabile. And we went for our first scan. Refitle scanning. To my surprise, I am 5 months pregnant. 5 months. There were no signs of pregnancy besides me just feeling. Because I mean, 5 months already, there must be some osole no siase. The stomach is out here.
You are
it
out
shows.
of the first trimester. Yes.
I was so scared. Unogari, I've been hacked.
Yes.
Because this is
I
not
would feel like that. Yes.
It's impossible. So, kisena skena wanomkan. Klar. Sebile ban falejenda because I just couldn't phantom. Refitle jwa mona.
Yes.
Ow.
5 months.
Mamela gaini na wamputsa. Why are you shocked? Because this is my first appointment and I because maybe that's the only time I would want to see the baby because you find people and they're okay with those
yes, the clinic checkups.
Yes, clinic checkups. And then study scanning, they do it later.
Once or twice.
She thought I was one of those people. We have a nice baby boy. Okay. I had to take it all in, whatever. And because I have a very supportive husband, the journey was so simple. Not even medicated, because the first 5 months were no study supplements. I didn't spend money on supplements.
Yes. And no ijela
life is nice. It's just a little fat here and there, but obviously because of my diet, I'm trying to weight gain the way I'm just eating.
Yes.
Not you are carrying a whole human being. Even like human beings. I have a baby. Okay, it's a boy. Oh, pregnancy and then I think it was my 36 weeks. 36. I gear for my appointment.
Yeah.
Yes. So now I was supposed to be in Joburg because I get money Val. So my gynae ukamo. But at that time, I wasn't the Val.
Yeah.
So I had to find somebody kamo.
That side.
That side back at home. And when I entered, it was a GP. He's like, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm like, what do you mean? And he says, I get that you are short, but I don't like the proportion of the stomach.
Oh.
It's alarming. It's too alarming. He said, it's too big for you. What's happening? Babon? Kiran, what do you mean? Now you're stressing me.
When are you not feeling any different from your first pregnancy? Right? This is still the same weight, the same.
Listen,
moralo,
ho bontsha hore, you know, dintho di ka hlohong. Because it was so simple without my knowledge, even psychologically, my body did not care.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't as stressed or as worried about that one yan etlamenki tware like an egg. Literally, it was just, yeah, no, we're pregnant, we're good.
Yeah.
It's sharp. I mean, if you clear this far, what could go wrong?
Yeah.
So there wasn't anything different. And it's a scan, and he was like, this is unbelievable. What do you mean? This stomach is way too big. I'm not a specialist, but I can tell that this is too big.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call somebody who's an expert. It's a friend of mine who specializes. I can't do it so, because I can't let you go. Because it's either you have too much water or give my twins. And if it's too much water, it's a bit
tricky.
Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with the baby or the babies, but ke kopa ho referela to the specialist. Okay, when will this be? Because now I need to go back to Joburg. Well, we are not doing Joburg for now.
We have to.
The babies, the mom, they first need to be safe. So whatever it is, commitment, it must be placed on hold. Yeah. Okay. That time my husband is at a funeral. So now I panic, man, because I'm like, God, why again?
Not again.
Sekile mo. And I phoned the specialist. And the specialist said, good shot. Ibile he hardly no clar. Ke matla no. Now I have to call my husband. Case, but also I'm not trying to stress him. Why? When I'm just like, no, I'm done. You see, because remember later by appointment it wasn't even planned. So we are so stressed. That journey was so stressful. We get to this lady, very lovely lady.
In the vial still?
Yes. Walk up to her. She's like, congratulations, but my twins muskamo. I'm like, no, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Because we just did a scan, no, I'm an expert. I can tell.
And I'm sure even the GP told her that, no, you will see when you get there.
Hey, Hobaniki case is serious. You know, it's so nice when you come across people who heed their calling. So these cases are special cases. So they attend to them. So ke fitla mo a re but hey I get you don't how we born na re go bontsha gore ke ma twins ka mo. I lata ka engilengwe because bathong ona serious o ipatile serious mo sokotse. Kena head one, why one head one? I'm like, yes, it's this big. Head two, it's this big. And by the way, when you are not even supposed to carry for this long because ke ma twins. I'm like, jwale one source. Well, head ko bolela o sa tsamaya.
Wa beba.
Jwale ra o buka jwale for C6. So it's a lot to take in. Because it went from just an appointment to deliver.
Me giving birth. Did you have your hospital bag for one baby?
Mamela, I had for one baby, a boy. Only haki fitla se ilenako is a girl. Ibile. So now, hola tu abeke A1. Akir? Hai se fitla beke eo, because I told my husband, because, you know, with me, I never want to buy clothes early. Wabon. So, Ninzi deleting in the store. So I just said, you'll get the other ones. I'll send a dinepe in the stores. Because anyway, it was just, Wabon. I'll live the same clothes. My girl, because I mean, with twins, your first assumption would be it's the same gender. I get.
I would assume girl and boy. I don't know.
Is it?
Yes.
You're not same gender, cause hey, because I mean at that time you can't even think straight.
Yeah.
You went from being a mom of 1 to now 3, just like that, and that's how it happened.
So when you went to your scans, the first scan when you were 5 months, they said it was a boy.
It showed one boy, literally one boy.
And then when you were now giving birth, it was 2 girls.
A boy and a girl. Because I get reboni the boy at 5 months. So that's why I had assumed the other one would be a boy.
A boy. Oh,
only to find out it's a girl. So that's why my girl was wearing boy clothes. Like some expect. And with C-section, when you have a beautiful team, like the surgery. Because now also, remember, I've done it before my first pregnancy. So I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
So I got a good team. This doctor so how it's I can't believe when you're on the scan, it's just a lot. And on that note, it's a girl, because the girl came after. Last surprise. I wouldn't even be surprised if little I can't trust anymore, but I was happy.
Hi, Bo. Double the nappies, double the. I don't even know what I would think. Like, what? I'm a mom of 2 now, 3 now. How did this happen? But I'm sure it's just like miraculous. It will be like your story for life that, wow, these kids.
Definitely. It is a beautiful story. And the thing is, with me being a mom, I didn't know that I needed to be a mom until I was a mom. I didn't want to because I wasn't. But now I am, and I feel like
you were called for this.
Yes, because ever since I became a mom, the drive, it is so
much.
They push you. There's purpose.
Yeah.
Not to say that without them, I wouldn't have purpose. I've always been driven. People who know me from back at home, from school, they know that I've always been excelling.
Yeah.
But it went, shoot. Rocket. It went 100 times more. And I do know you'd find mothers ever since I had a child, no longer myself.
Yeah.
Babies are what? And I'm like, you know what? Everybody has their own experience. And my experience, I would do it again. It's just that I did not know I needed it.
Yeah.
So now, looking back, this is the thing that I needed.
I needed.
Yes.
It goes back to the thing, God knows. God knows what you need. You might think that you need something else, but God's like, no, my child, I'll give you what you need.
And that's exactly how it unfolded, Shem. And I wouldn't want to have it any other way. I love my babies. I think about them. Even now, I'm thinking about them.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for them, I can't even think.
You can't even think about if they were not there. How would life be? Then we're going to move away from the kids now. It was just an interesting story for me. How do you name her? You just now on the spot think about a name? Or?
Well, I said that's a miracle, meaning she's miracle. That is how her name came up. Miracle, honestly, till this day. And she is literally the biggest baby amongst the other 2. And I'm like, for you to just to show up and
like, I'm here. What did you think?
She's miracle.
I love that. So, but we're going to move into now you being a working woman, you being a working mom. You matriculate, right? From there, do you study or?
Well, I have always wanted to be a corporate girly. Like that idea, yeah, court heels, pencil skete,
Corner
walking,
office.
the views, the elevators, coffee,
Yes.
boardroom, it's all men, you're the only woman, executive. That's what I always wanted. But then COVID happened. And when that happened, I was doing my last year, ka degree yaka. I had to write my exams online because it was peak COVID.
What degree is that?
Ke Bachelor of Commerce.
Okay.
So the ultimate goal at that time was to do CA. Marahe, COVID happened, like I said, and I had to think, or now what's happening, because even at that time, it was a scary time. There was a point where now you didn't even think you'd be here today because people
We're dying.
We were losing so many people. So with that being said, Lekanako also the pregnancy happened, my first pregnancy. So at that time when I graduated, my first pregnancy, I got married, a lot was happening in general.
Yeah.
Then I realized that I couldn't do corporate because I was a hands-on mom. Wabon, ke a tshaba o sia ngwana. And hape ke ngwana kwa pele, ke mo sokotse.
Yeah.
So I can't just say, I need to go and work. And that's where now having a partner, a supportive comes in, because I knew if I'm not doing anything, you got us. Wabon. And even he did say, listen, no matter what you do, whether you decide to work or not, I really got you.
Yeah.
So now, life happened. Your life happened. When you get married early, you become a mom early. Basically, ho qala bophelo le mnyane. You see them. You experience the bottom. And just when you think you are at the bottom, you establish the bottom of the bottom.
And
Hona le engwe hape.
elevator ya tlase
Ke a e bona elevator jwale re ya ka dintho ke tse feng kana tse tsa di steps nyana tse kana di bitswang
Escalator.
Ke tsona di escalator
Elevator.
escalator le tsona di a gaima, but you see it ya molong.
Yes, escalator.
Sham you know escalator le fatshe.
Yeah.
I can't the word yeah escalation when you owe something, so there are escalations. So that's why I'm confused. But your fats, you go down. So that's what happened. And now I'm at the bottom of the bottomest.
Yeah.
I'm not myself. I only have my family and my online presence. So I used to post the prayers. So it was also inspired by the things that I've been through. It's things that I wish somebody had told me. But now the thing is, when you're in a vulnerable space, or isolated, sometimes by choice, sometimes life,
It happens.
yes. But what I've experienced, when you go down, we are fatse le only one or with your significant other, because kinga ka only one. But
Yeah.
so the prayers, I remember I just wrote a long paragraph about what I was going through. Then social media is not really
Your friend.
yes. To like and comment and post nice pictures, that's okay. But when you are vulnerable, in real time, Shem. And then you see one comment, why lie?
Elevator
So jwale what's baking? Hi sale elevator, slip and slide. You slip and slide.
Yes.
So I said, okay. I removed paragraph ki hafula, and I was left the part when I said, and when I pray tonight, I am going to pray for. And then I realized, but then this also in buakan. How can I make it iskaba personal? So instead of I said you. I post. Listen, in my history of being on social media, posting nice pictures, working with brands, I've never seen so much engagement.
Wow.
I was so scared. Ebile ke ipotsa, what's happening? So many notifications. It was people, words of encouragement, verses, people also sharing their stories, encouraging what it was such a beautiful community.
Wow.
It was a community I've never seen. Unlike how na le those groups and you join them. It was a group, it was not even planned.
An open group.
It happened.
Yeah.
And I felt so good because the words, they changed my life. I believe that's when my life started to take a new direction. And I
You
did
put that on Twitter, on X.
everywhere. X, le Facebook. I did that. And even on Twitter. Phela Twitter is...
But Twitter ke X again.
Hey, I'm an X.
I'm thinking even maybe I got it wrong because I'm not a Twitter person.
Oh,
Okay.
the word Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
X is hey, yaba the movement yaqala more because I'm in that season.
Yes.
So it's not like I'm coming up with things. It's things I'm going through. But I'm not saying I am. I'm saying you must pray for that. So indirectly, people were also praying for me.
For you.
Waibon. So, Mamel, it went.
So you post
went.
every day or
Every
3 times every day?
night. Every night. I have nothing
Gosh.
but my story.
Yeah.
It's just that I can't come out clean and say this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was every day. And I would look forward to that. To a point where now I realized that as I was entering that journey, I was leaving the journey in a other bottle. So I was slowly elevating.
Coming up.
Because when you are going through a tough time and how from the outside, it's difficult to see how far you are now.
Yes.
Because we are all on the same level. With my husband, so it's like,
Yeah.
how are we going to get out? We've always known that this was not the last destination to say, "Bophelo ba rona bo fella mo," but it was more of when the time is right. But in the process, what do you do with the time when it's not right? So that in until posting the prayers, the tweets, and now I got out of it. I remember that's when now the twins were born.
Yeah.
So now because I'm a hands-on mom, it had to be placed on hold. The prayers, because also Skalibala, I'm out of that. So I no longer feel.
Yeah.
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 So then I got endless DMs, people asking me, what are we praying for? When are you posting? Because I did that for a full year without
Fail.
Yes, every day I showed up. So then I had to pick, am I going to pick posting all the time when I no longer, like it's no longer in real time, because now it would mean I have to come up with these things. And now that was not the purpose.
Yeah.
It was not for content. It was for healing. It was for restoring.
Yeah.
Waibon. And somebody was like, no, what's happening? You changed my life. Why did you stop posting? What's happening? And I gained over 100,000 followers. Yeah, on X. Literally because of that. I gained so many followers on Facebook too. Mind you, Facebook, for me, it's like an app, hometown.
Yes.
People ba haye kwa.
Yes, primary school friends.
Yes, like reunion-wise. Mamela. Bon, followers going up. And then I saw, because I wasn't really heavy on TikTok at that time.
Yeah.
Then I saw a TikTok video, somebody posted my prayer. But then I'm like, why am I not credited? Wabon, not that it's personal, but
No, it's personal.
just to see, that's me though.
Yeah,
and how I
that's my
felt, I
work.
just knew, okay, now we are going to put it in a book. Kera, now I need to have my name.
On it.
Because also that's one of the reasons why I was heavy on huikemela as a woman. Like you asked, why is it important for you to be independent as a woman? I figured, my independence, I need something that is generational. That's what I told God. I need something generational. I need something iconic. I need something that is life-changing, that empowers and motivates, because in general, that's just what I do. I speak positivity. negativity, shame, away from me.
Far away from
like
me.
far. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Honestly. So I put it in the book, and I did it scared. It was my first time. I took the route of a self-published author.
Yeah.
I did it on my own. I didn't want to go to a book house because I said I want something yalibito
That is
laka.
mine.
Kiliwan. And I did that 6 months later, best-selling author. And now I'm still trying to contemplate whether I want to get it go retail because I need to now focus on my other business. Because the book itself, it's selling. It's selling. And mind you, when I did that, it was not because of sales. I did not think the book would turn me into a businesswoman like that. The purpose was just to own my story, where I understand, and also just heal other people in the process, because that's what it did. So fast forward, bestseller.
What does let me read just one. So it's just prayers inside.
Yes, so short and sweet.
This one is be true to yourself. And when you pray tonight, pray for the ability to remain true to yourself. Do not let people's action control you. Do not let them turn you into something you are not. Once you move the way they move, just know you are them. Oh, do not do it. You know who you are. That is your biggest weapon. What does bestseller mean? What does it mean you have done?
It means I have sold over 2,000 copies. I forgot the number. But I get it depends on where you are selling to.
Okay.
Yeah, because bestseller in retail versus bestseller as a self-published author is a different thing. But all I can say is I've sold over 5,000 copies single-handedly.
Not being in stores, just doing it yourself. Self-published.
Get self-published, darling. Get self-published. Self-published.
And then when you were putting it together, you were just writing.
Yes, but remember, Salibala, these are tweets. These are stories that I already narrated. I just put them in the book. And when I did that, also I did it for me to say this will also be one of my stories. Only to find out it's not only a story for me, it's not healing only for me, it's not restoration for me, but also for other people. So people are buying the book because I realized that we all go through the same thing.
We all go
We all go through the same thing. If we were to be in one room and be honest, we would speak the same language. So what makes us different is how we look at problems. Yeah, and this book into sitsore ke shebe di problems ka tsela e nngwe.
Sure, Basi. And when you pray tonight, wow.
Even people ban pizza, and when you pray tonight, Kwani, and when you pray tonight,
Hi, it's me.
And when you pray tonight, so yeah, it's become a brand too.
I love that. And from the book, what do you do next?
Oh, because this book was not.
How much is the book? Let's tell the people how much.
It's 350.
Where can they get it?
WhatsApp. Because like I said, it's not on retail as yet.
Yeah.
So it's WhatsApp 067 707 1790. Yes.
And we'll buy this one and give it away to one of our people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to get it, you're blessed. You are blessed.
So the first person to comment that they want the book, we'll give it to her. Just like the Miboni one, I've given it to one lady. This just comment, I want the book. I need the book. Yeah. Then we'll pick from it's really just the first person that comments. We pick that person. So now, how do you now move to your next business? From the book, what happens?
I did mention earlier that Gemeli is one of my favorite restaurants because I also supply them. So I moved from the book to now candles. I went to a candle workshop class because I wanted to upskill myself, do something that is out of the ordinary, something that is tangible that I can see.
Yeah,
because now that's what I work with. I work with products. I saw what a book can do, and I wasn't even thinking about business at that time. But then also I said, you know what? Let's use strategy sena sa having something to hold and selling it.
Yeah.
So I started with the candles, the verses on my, the prayers, the book. So I took just short words and then I added a verse that's relevant to the book.
Say it again.
So the prayer, like that one, be true to yourself.
Yeah.
I would add a verse from the Bible. Wabon.
Yes.
So then, and I added, and then I realized, okay, this is kind of a bit tricky in a sense. I don't want to limit people, because if I say healing, not everybody wants to heal at that time. You find somebody who just really wants to celebrate. So
Yes.
and I said, let's see what we can do. Because another thing about me is I don't mind failing, because it's inevitable. That's the only way you get to learn.
Yeah.
So I failed publicly. It's just that you did not see it. When now I say I'm taking a different direction. Not the concept I had a candle healing. What if somebody just graduated now and they want to celebrate? It means they won't buy it.
They won't buy it.
And that's when I said, okay, how do I come up with something it's not limiting me as a supplier and also limiting somebody as a client? So then I came up with the candle repellents. What you want to the light down for the flies and the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And that was when I knew I have it. And I now then said, okay, here's are the candles, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a following, but also social media is just a fraction of the real world.
Yeah.
So you might know me from social media, but the next person won't. Wabon. So I said, all right, I am definitely going to have to put myself out there, draft proposals, cold call the establishments, because I wanted to move volumes. Because candle making, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Just only twice a one.
Yeah.
So I said, I want to kill a lot of birds with one stone. So then I shifted from just supplier to client to business, from a business to a business.
Yeah.
That's when I know I'm going to move volumes. And whenever I go to these establishments, could be a meeting or just, chilling, then I know any place that I go to where there's food, that is where my business is. And I don't mind being turned down, because a lot of people are so scared of rejection and they need to separate themselves from the product. You are not the product. Yes, you are representative, but it's not you. So if somebody says, no, we don't like them, I understand. It's okay. I mean, it's not money. It is a product. So you are more than willing to tell me your opinion. Letting your opinion will not take me 5 steps backwards. Instead, it's going to redirect me to another establishment. In Joburg, you get a row of establishments. There's no way how There's no way how is willing to hear me. Yes, because you'd find, or you speak to the manager, hi, this is what I have. Oh, sorry, you'll have to email in. I do those things.
So you would
and
do
it's all like the behind the scenes of business. People only see us once I'm like, hey guys, new candles. I'm now supplying therapy.
Yeah.
This candle actually, this one.
Did you bring us some or not?
No, I just brought this one. I always have in my bag just in case. It's always in my bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Therapy, fly away.
Yeah, so that's an establishment in Cape Town. They reached out to me. They saw my work. They loved my work. Now I supply them. And also word of mouth is so powerful, because these establishments, they know each other. Where do you get that? I'll get you the numbers.
Yeah.
I also supplied Kespanyo Vest for his home.
I saw a picture of him and you on your thing. I wanted to ask about that as well. So how did he hear about you?
From Gemeli. And he reached out and I said, say no more. Say no more.
Did you go there to deliver it yourself?
Of course. I needed to, because also I'm very heavy on network.
Yeah.
and also putting the face behind the brand. And I also wanted to gift him the book because of his new journey, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so I said everything, ya alaina man. Ya alaina. And I like doing things myself. More hlokalang I show face.
I love that.
I do. Like I work at Itamzizaka and I really respect my business. I also respect time. I mean, today's example, I arrived early.
Way early.
Yes.
Guys, by the way, I wasn't late. She just arrived
Yes,
early.
yes, please.
Because they will come and say, you don't respect your guest.
No correction, guys. I arrived early because
way too early. I love that.
Yes, I'm an early bird because I want to catch the worms.
It's so important as a business person. It's very important. So you just inspired me.
Thank you.
So this is still the repellent for flies.
Therapy, that restaurant. So I do different.
Oh, this is the name of the restaurant.
Yes.
So you write the name of the establishment.
If they want to, because some establishments, they don't want their names. They just want a
good.
product. It smells amazing and it's effective.
Is it effective?
It is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in business.
You need to give us this one for home. Or how do we order? Because this girl, she's a businesswoman, she doesn't bring it. Didn't Neo tell you to bring the products to...
No, she didn't. But these products are the ones that I carry in my bag.
In your bag.
Hey, and it works because even though I didn't bring it for you, but at least it's something that you can see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. But this one, we are definitely buying it for our people. They need it.
Thank you.
So now, you only have the repellents.
I have reed diffusers, everything. I have... fragrance, barricade, the room mists, your reed diffusers, other scented candles. It's just that my market, when it comes to establishments, I talk to Kefanakadi repellents because I know where there's food, there's flies. Waibon. So I do have clients on a single base, like if you would say, hi, I need a candle. So. So I do have those. It's just that I'm thriving, Gadi bulk.
Yeah.
Because with the establishments, they keep coming back and back. So it's an ongoing thing.
So I wanted to ask you, this is your best seller, your best product, your most selling product.
Yes, the repellents because they bring in a lot of money.
Yeah. Because within a business, like with my business, I know the dark areas, like combo that deals with dark inner thighs, and it's my bestseller. I know wherever I go, that is my bestseller. So this is your bestseller.
It is my bestseller, of course.
I love that. So now you do like candles, everything.
Everything. Whether you just want a vanilla candle, your grapefruit solo, the one in Santon.
Yeah.
I supply them. Kadi candle repellents, but also scented candles because they told me, they said they wanted vanilla scent and reed diffusers.
How did you get Gemeli?
Gemeli, I walked in.
And you spoke to them?
Yes, I speak to the manager.
And how did you get Solo? Why I'm asking is that I just want people to see that there is not always a behind the scenes sleeping with whoever.
Eish.
You must just get out there. You know? So somebody also, maybe even circumstances will just make you stuck and think that my next thing is to do this. No. People work, especially how did you get through Solo?
So I got Solo through Moja. So it starts Moja in Sunning Hill. I went there and I was there for lunch with my husband. And then I realized that actually, most more my candles can just, And luckily on that day, the person who is responsible for those Abana departments still was there. And I had to be prepared on the spot because I know my brand. I don't have to sit in a corner and rehearse. I come to you straight, shoulders. This is what I'm selling. And this is what I'd like to do for you. Plus, it's nice because it solves a problem. And the guy said, okay, good shot. First order next week.
Right away.
Just like that. And then he said that he knew somebody from Solo and gave me their contacts. So it's not like he said, hey, buy these. I had to
Yeah.
present
You had
and
to
state my
present.
case. And sometimes these managers, they are so busy or they don't even want to lend you an ear. So now when you don't want to see me and you don't have time to sit down with me, I just know that I can't do business with you.
I hear you.
Hobane akere ditaba di mahlong.
Di mahlo.
Ehe, so ha ke dutse le wena so,
Oh, you won't say no.
you will never
Yeah.
say no unless there is a valid reason. So I always want to see them head on. So I went there, stated my case. I did not start her. And he said, listen, first order Friday, gotta say no more. Say no more.
Sure.
And it's where I say it means they keep coming.
Yes.
So even now, Yabo Solo in the toilets, that's me. On the tables, it's me. Gemeli at the top, it's me. Gemeli at the bottom, pantry, I'm there. Bold, I'm there. What else? Moja, I was there. I can't remember what happened, Moja, but yeah. So basically, I'm Le Therapy. I've never been to that restaurant, but they reached out. So I'm also there. So Libito Laga is going places I've never set foot on. Simply because you're confident.
I love this podcast of mine because I'm always just looking at the women. I'm like, wow, wow. I'm always like, wow. You know, it just inspires me.
It's a wow. It's a wow.
So, and already now you are penetrating celebrity houses, you know, because obviously Casper has a mansion, so obviously it's a lot of candles that he's ordering.
Of course. It's a gigantic home. Beautiful, beautiful home.
Yeah.
Hey, so Casper Lindriai. I've sold enough for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, and he will be back.
Mosadi, la bereka wa itse mo Joburg.
Wana, re tla ona na ke tloile Italy mo. Ke tlo relaxa mo. Bye bandla, never. We are here to work.
Wow, so inspirational. So, where is the business now? You are still just selling. Where do you produce? You still producing at home? Yeah.
I am producing at home in the comfort of my home,
Yeah.
in the comfort of my time, and that's when my kids are sleeping and everybody, and like the whole world is sleeping. Midnight, that's when I get to work. And you'd find where I get done about 6 o'clock. So,
6 a.m.?
Monna wa ka ha tswa, nna ke a go bala. Because remember, I'm not a 9 to 5, that
Yeah.
corporate girly that I wanted to be.
Yes.
So I have time. So during the day, I schedule my day. And Oscar Lebala, the books, I have to distribute them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, midnight when the world is sleeping and I'm listening to myself because it's also monetized therapy. Candle making is therapy for me. But jale he, it's also my income. So
Yeah.
so I always look forward to that because I get to be with myself. When as a mom and a wife, it's always busy.
Oh my dear.
It's the kids.
Toilet, it's the kids.
You know them very well.
Sure.
You know them very well. You can't breathe.
Yeah. So now you have never worked in your life. Kwamlungu. Hello, morning, good morning.
Kind regards.
Morebas.
The only kind regards that I do are when I propose and tell you what I want to supply you with. And the response, of course, green light.
Oh, girl.
Hey, so I've never, and you know, God, I would have listened earlier, be obedient earlier, because you, as a person, you want to do things according to the way you think you can and according to your capacity. So at that time, corporate, because I know my marks. I know I have this picture that I've painted.
Yeah.
And then God says, be still, Wena. Be still. And with me, these things only happened in my late 20s. My early 20s, the first section, I met my husband.
Yeah.
Second section, Kiban.
Ish.
Now late 20s, business. Now I'm thriving.
Are you at your peak now?
I'm at my peak and I don't intend on going down. I can't. So that is why I would have listened earlier, but I always believe that
No, the timing is always right.
Yes, it is always right. It's just that once you are on the other side, it's like, basi. Why? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know how many CVs I have drafted. I've got friends that are doing so well in corporate. They're at the top now. And obviously, when I'm sitting in my little corner, it's like I chose to be a traditional wife.
Yeah.
And I've never wanted that life. But because COVID happened, I had to be katlung.
Yes.
Because bana ba hlaile, I had to raise the kids. So I spent so much time. Are you telling me I'm just going to be a mom and a wife? But that's not what I want. That them do, okay, I hear you. You've stated your case. Just be still. I will show off. As long as when you trust the process. According to me, it took too long. But when I think about it, I am now mature and I know how to receive and multiply. Because I feel like Kanakwani, I would have just received and not known how to multiply. So now anything that falls, it grows.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, that you think that what were you doing? Why didn't you get this earlier? But you were not going to be able to handle it then. You know, you were never going to be able to handle it.
And I do have a prayer that does speak about timing.
Yeah.
Yes, and receiving blessings early. Not if it's early. As much as it's blessings, if you cannot handle them,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yes. And they will return when you have learned the lesson, when you have matured, they will return.
But also
or they
if you
might
have that
return.
strength to get through that. Because look, once you lose...
People die in that.
Yes. Once you lose, to get it back...
It's hard. It's hard. Yes.
You work 15 times more.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just patience and believing that actually I'm going there again. I'm gunning for that thing again.
Yes, yes. Especially after this period. With my husband.
Yeah.
Our circle, it decreased so much.
What were you guys going through? Is it obviously you now having kids and not working, and what else were you guys going through?
It was finances.
Finances, yeah.
Yes. Finances were just not financing.
And before that, were they financing?
They've been financing. You know my man, Mos.
I know
Hey,
him.
he's working hard. He's doing very well for himself. When I met him, he was up there.
Yeah.
To a point where he even said to me, when I go down, because I'm a businessman, will you still be there? And I said, listen, I can answer you, but it would have to take time for you to get the actual answer. Yeah, never. Then you feel
Through thick and thin.
that
Thin there.
the thin can only lend, yes, but to lend and live within the thin, a lot of people can't do that. Because also, when that happens, it changes a person. So we are chincha as somebody who's going through that, because now they have to establish themselves as people. They are no longer where they used to be. So now you figure out and your new reality. So there are other women that cannot stick around, and I don't blame them at all.
I always
really don't blame them.
Yeah, the hardest people are talking about cheating, what.
Cheating.
Like finances are the hardest.
Yes.
One of the hardest marital things that can, like issues that can shake a marriage. And I sat with one woman here at the other time, Limpo. She broke up with her husband, but on Own Narrative podcast. If you didn't see that podcast, please go and watch it. I'll ask the production to put it here. She broke up they divorced for 4 years. And when she was sitting with me here weeks ago, she was saying, we are remarrying after 4 years, not of separation, of complete divorce. You know? So one of the things that she said, and I was echoing her sentiments, was that her husband could not love her. She felt like the husband couldn't love her without the money. Finances are a problem, you know. What you went through with your husband, especially with COVID, is what we went through as well. You know, it's hard because this man knows himself as this person, this gigantic go
Ego.
and choose a car. I can do this, I can do that, you know, and Luena. You know this as a bear, a big giant bear. And then now during that time, the bear is like...
Well, for my husband, I will give him credit for loving me consistently in all seasons. That's one thing I will give, and that is one of the reasons why I know love. Yeah, I know love. Like, he taught me love. I don't want to lie. You know him from home. He comes from a Christian home, and yeah, no, they know how to love that family. They know how to love. Like, they're very expressive.
They're very joyous people. Yeah.
Like, you see those things, you'd have from the little things, turns out, to kiss your mom, those little gestures.
Yes.
Plus, he was raised by his mom. And, when you're a man and you spend a lot of time around your mother.
He's soft.
Yes. You know how to love all the way through. Not conditional. So his love for me was never conditional.
Yeah. Let me just catch you there. So the what Limpo was saying, it's not that the husband didn't love her, but the husband, I don't know how to put it. If you can in the comment section, please put it, but watch the episode maybe to get context. It's like, for example, my husband is a through and through provider.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
He's a person that will say, go and choose a car, surprise you with your car. What, And when he can't do those things as a petty man, he feels that I'm failing my family, I'm failing my wife. So it's coming from that side of...
I see what you mean.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes. And my husband was very heavy on that.
Maybe I'm feeling my wife. Maybe, we're coming from that they don't know how to love you anymore. Not that they don't love you. Yeah, you get me. You got me.
Well, yeah, for my husband, yes, that was the case. He could not now show up the way he used to.
Maybe show up. Yes, you put it well.
You
put it well.
To show up the way he used to. But now the nice thing about a union is that so remember, it was also the birth of a new giant, which was me. So it's a shift. There was a shift, Wabon. And that's what I love about marriage, to say, yes, we are one, but our times, had you know Duladili so? So when he was like this, now I became Yatlakam. So because we are covered under that union, it might have not been as visible to the world, but we knew. So, it's like a family member.
That's
immediate.
the thing.
Never the aunts.
No.
It's my mom.
Yeah.
3 people in the family.
Yeah.
And then we rise again. And when we show up, it's like, they don't know. They don't know where we come from.
How many tears you have cried, how many prayers you have made.
To a point where, what, you feel you need to drink more water so that you can have tears because there's nothing left.
But also I've seen that, I love what you're saying because it's so real. I've seen that when we were down, when COVID just took everything, right? I realized that actually we had a lot at a young age. Actually, we lived like 40, 50 years old. People that we had a lot.
That part.
And we were young for that lot. We were so young. We had no business in having that amount of money, that amount of things at our age.
Yes.
We had no business.
It's like labadi banka lesa lebanya.
And now when we are working, like now even the marriage, it's solid. Even now when you guys are accumulating, it's so real, like you are.
I think COVID and the whole financial issues, it was for me to rise. It was just
to wake up and say, there's more to you, girl, to just be a wife. Wake up.
But the thing is, remember Nikibatla as a CA.
Yes.
So the drive has always been there. It's just that flying kick in. So I got that flying kick and it was a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And then now it's 2 giants under one roof. And as well, not only are we giants, we are giants in prayer. Yeah. So for us to even get to a point where we are compromised, you must have summoned, I don't know, I
wrote on my TikTok the other day that I was doing this the thing ya gore life didn't end when. So I wrote that life didn't end when COVID took everything away from me. And as a rich housewife, I could not save even one car. Let it come now. Let COVID come
Bring it
now.
on.
Yes.
But you know, another thing that my husband raised was as soon as we accumulated the things that we accumulated at our small age,
Yes.
we stepped back because we were too focused on the things that we have. We
on
were entertained.
everything, yes.
Yeah, so now we were no longer armed. So you would find as much as, yes, things happened the way they did, but also had we prayed more, when we accumulated more, had we now worked towards getting closer to God, we would have gotten to that point. We don't necessarily lose everything, but hey, yeah, bottom of the bottom. It was because we stepped away from God, and we both did it. Before the entertainment, the gains, prayer, Manuel, skete sa di rough dance. O no tlo bona hore lengwele la ngwela. Hore ngwanana o dula thapelo. Ngwanana ha ga se halwane o dula thapelo. So now o la tloela because ngwanana o na sa kganna. Ngwanana e le mogele. Wa bona a batlang ho bona a etsang got too entertained. The noise was too loud. And God Kisho are all right. Turn off the music. I was silent.
Can you go one-on-one with this?
Mamela ke le batla so. In a room, le le babedi. And you are going to feel it. And we felt it.
You will feel it, my friend.
We felt it. Like, yo.
Maybe I was like Nikki Khalisa, my husband, God Marau,
and it becomes even worse because men, they don't want to express themselves. They're vulnerable. But my man, always very expressive. If anything, he's more expressive than me, because I did mention that he taught me love all the way.
I love that.
All the way. So, Rona Ridiboni Fatimani. And how I'm more happy because the condition or the rule, we broke it. Every day and strengthening our relationship with God.
Little busy counter challenge. Little bank account.
The only noise ene re tseba enele ya dikoloi ya menati ya di eng ha re tseba how to is when we are in the bank, because I kira ona le rata ka mo. So now we were introduced to a new silence. Everything gone. You will learn. It's like God said, yourself. You will learn. Who know tu come on, I le batho ba sa le. Yes. So in that process, it was my rise. It was my rise. And I'm also glad that my husband encourages and he pushes me to go higher, because my husband doesn't mind me to be in the spotlight. Behind the scenes.
My wife.
That's my wife. Because you get men who get intimidated by that.
Now. We should the interview.
But my thing is, my husband has such a good catalog. He's done the TVs, he's done the radios, he's past that life. So now new player. So we are like a coach. He is my coach. And listen, if there was any time I needed certainty about this man, God chose. I decided to abide, be obedient. And I lukisa tabaka le haye lenyalo. Because even he recently got me this ring. I'm so obsessed with it.
Oh my God.
But only zooming, this is a rock.
Please zoom in.
It's a rock. It's a rock. A rock. Because it's my rock.
I love
you know, so honestly, back then, if you would tell me what I'd have to go through to be here. Asha menkebe ke tswile ke right. Mark me absent. Give me 0. Give me 0.
I know. And even like you are now growing, like you get to see a side of your husband that you did not know. Like you are growing now. The roots, midu ya mela biano. Because also when you just have everything, yo guys, you know what?
Re busy.
Guys,
Re busy. Now we have learned a lot. Like we've learned a lot about each other. We've learned a lot about life. We've learned a lot. Katabaya tapelo. Oh, it's very embedded, Shem. It's so embedded. And from here, it's the same way we are down, bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
No, we are higher of the highest because we saw the recipe, and the recipe is just prayer and be still. And also, le confidence. Man, what's about tapelo? But the thing is, I can say that, but you need to experience it yourself.
Yeah. Now I'm just glad that we went through that when we were young. And that's when I've realized that actually we were young. And now we're still in our 30s, both of us. And I'm like, in our 20s, we had this much money. And at least we still have time to recover.
Yes.
In our still young age, you know. But otherwise, girl, I recommend like a banda barina.
Oh, yeah. But like, what's some meter once? What's some meter?
So where do you meet him? Which year is it?
We met.
No, briefly. Do you see how she's smiling? She wants to speak for 10 hours. We are out of time. Yo, my husband this, my husband that.
Yes. We met, he knew me 8 years before he came to me. That's number one.
Okay.
And then we met on Facebook, thank the Lord.
Oh, wow.
DM
okay,
me.
I also met my husband on Facebook.
Facebook.
Why would DM? Inbox.
Inbox. I guess I
Yeah,
X
what?
and stuff.
Yes.
What? I meant Zuckerberg.
Mark,
you made my life. You changed my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met on Facebook and sent a inbox. And
I forgot Pretoria, Joburg.
at that time, he was already in Joburg.
Okay.
Yeah, Nasali Joburg in 2018. Yeah, late 2018. Rabu. And we met, you know, took me out for lunch. And I remember he had a seminar because he used to host these Nedbank getting incubation.
Okay.
Nights at the incubation.
Yeah.
So they had an incubation. And he said, no, I want you to, you know, now what I do.
What I do, babes. And I will go, I can come and see.
And Marnanchama can to the right. I can nakata mutwasutu.
Yes.
Give out a boardroom man. I think that's why I wanted to be a boardroom girl.
I hear you, girl.
So I was like, this is my man.
This is my husband.
Like, and it's so nice. Yes. Hempe, ansides and tota high, and the people there that look up to him. I'm like, that's my man.
That's mine.
So that's how we met. And fast forward, brought the cows. Even the ring it later.
Okay.
And I said, why ring lady so? I don't, no. I do things by the book. The uncles need to know me.
Yes.
And then the ring is after.
Yeah, that's how we do things.
Yes. And hey, that's how we met.
It's history.
Yes.
But see, I think you've shared this. And where can they get this? On the same number?
Yes,
Please
on the
share it
same
again.
number, 067-707-1790. If you're low serious the number, you can just check me on my social media platforms at Basetsana ON.
We'll share everything on the screen as well. Thank you so much. You are such a sport. You were such a nice conversation. You know, thank you so much for... I love this podcast. I love the other one, yes. I love this one because I'm always learning. I'm always seeing what other women are doing. You think that you're doing something until you sit with someone and you're like, hey, you know? And I also enjoyed the marriage conversation that we just had. So real, so candid. People are going through these things, but they are not able to speak about them or they're not able to articulate them. But with everything that happened to me or to us, I always say, you can rise above everything. Like you can rise above everything. You need to just Tell yourself that and believe that. And also, us being working wives, working women, guys, our husbands, as much as they're providers, they need us to work. We need to be working as well. Firstly, for your own drive. Like, do you understand that how you feel when you are working, when you know that I work, when you know that I've got to do this, do that, just for your own individual development as well. Secondly, just also I was saying on my TikTok that your husband can't even say, hey, kistekle ka petrol, mo send 1,000. How na yo? Hey, never mind, or my business, what I injected 100,000 now. You don't have. Those are the things that monna o tla tseya phone a founela mama mamang ngwanyana kai a re ntatse. Anyway, we're not here for that, but what we say is that women, let's work. That's it. Masi, any passing remark? Is it passing, ending remarks, whatever? Concluding remarks?
But I had a wonderful time. It's like I've known you for years. I'm inspired by what you're doing. Continue doing it.
Thanks.
Now, please stay tuned. I have a lot up my sleeves.
Oh, wow.
Hanselia lesa mo guys. Lenele shebedika sataka.
Yes, take content, tag her.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Please do that. And yeah, man. Just ako ithate man.
Oh.
O sebetse. O ikemele.
Yeah.
O kgone ho ratwa. And o ska settle just for anything because you decided to just chill. Like Promise said, your husband utlodula au yetsetsa. But now what happens when now ha kgono yetsa at that time being?
Yeah.
You want to be able to step in so that he can count on you. So o etsetsa tsona ntho tseo ha re re bo re o tsamaye we pompous and you just drag your weight because now you are the woman a etsang eng. You are a wife, okay, mamele, but also how we are starting, you are a beast.
Yes.
Ya chelet.
Yes.
And also you're doing it for your kids, but when sebeletsa bana he, if usa batho sebeletsa wena.
Because people are always thinking about in a case of a divorce. No, in a case of your husband dies. What are you gonna do? My friend, what are you gonna do?
Because the payouts the time, but jale, if you don't know how to make money, yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
And ki motlo bona le teng gore your husband as a businessman na le busy dira di what di nyarele o santse go di patele payout hate o santse go patele di what, you just never know.
So a re nke fela ka gore ke safety net basadi.
100%.
Ha re bena le safety net ntse re rata banna ba rona.
Thata yo go batla ibile gona re ba tlogele shem.
Love them to beats.
To beats.
Yes.
Yo, guys, you know what? Me and Basi, we're not gonna finish. I wish I wasn't shooting right after this. We would sit and talk. We'd go and have lunch somewhere and sit and talk. However, I do have another episode after this. Basi, thank you so much. Say thank you to my homeboy.
But homeboy, thank you so much. Thank you, homeboy. Homeboy. Thank you for the warm welcome and the hospitality. I hope I don't see you for the last time.
Hope not. Hope not. We'll collaborate. I always say with women, we'll always collaborate. Yeah.
Thank you so much. But
if you want to speak to me, tell Neo. She'll connect you with me. All right, girl. Guys, please take this moment to subscribe. I give you good content. Especially here, Basadi Langkolota Lane. Society you guys are always like inspired just like I am. But the least you can do for me is to click that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.